Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. I really hope you're enjoying this little mini series that I'm doing on the subject of assertiveness. Obviously what we're looking at is how can we assert ourselves in the context of our relationships while still maintaining peace. We want to experience peace from others and be at peace with others. We want to experience peace in life, and I've spoken quite a bit about that on my page, on this Facebook page, living at peace. So how do we assert ourselves and get our point across? How do we make sure that we're seen and heard in our relationships? Well, I've got another idea for you today, and it's all about communication. Obviously, we're trying to communicate something with other people in our relationship circle. So we need to keep that communication clear. It needs to be concise, and it needs to be consistent. If you take those three words in the context of communication and do a Google search, you're going to come up with a whole load of pages that are going to give you a whole load of teaching on how we can be more clear, concise and consistent in our communication. Obviously, I'm limited in that I'm trying to keep my posts manageable. But if you want to take this deeper, I really encourage you to Google that subject. It's very, very helpful. There's some really, really helpful stuff out there. But as far as what we're doing here, we need to remember that what we're trying to do is we're trying to assert ourselves in our relationship. We're not necessarily trying to convince anybody of anything, but we're just trying to express ourselves, our opinion, our view. We don't necessarily need to seek to convince anybody. We're expressing ourselves, and it's okay to do that. As you communicate in this way, and as you apply these different techniques, you may need to remember that it's okay at times to agree to disagree in our relationships. It's okay to sometimes agree to disagree. If it's a good relationship, if it's a strong relationship, it's going to survive. It's okay to agree to disagree. And in actual fact, you may find that you have to actually attach consequences in your relationships if you feel that your views aren't being heard, that you're just coming up against a brick wall, and that the party you're trying to communicate with just will not allow you to express yourself. You may have to apply consequences to such relationships. You might find that actually those relationships are no longer mutually beneficial. And that happens in life. It happens in all of our relationships, as we go through life, even in family relationships. I was thinking as I was preparing this, I don't want to cause rifts in families or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But when we're children, we want to get on with each other, don't we? We're growing up together and all that kind of stuff. But as we get older in life, and as we leave the nest, so to speak, and we start our own families, and we get married and all that kind of stuff, we might find that we're not necessarily always going to be on the same page with our other family members. We may agree to disagree on some stuff, and that's okay. We're all going our separate ways. It doesn't mean that you're no longer family. It just means that you don't always see eye to eye on the same subjects, and we don't need to be in each other's pockets. We want to maintain relationships. We want good, especially within the context of our families, we want good, close relationships where possible. But that doesn't mean that you need to, again, become a doormat. You might find, you might have to say that it's okay to agree to disagree as you seek to assert yourselves. For good relationships to work, I've said this before, both parties need to be seen and heard. For relationships, if you want a relationship, you want to maintain a relationship, you want to work at a relationship, I encourage you to foster communication that keeps your attempt to assert yourself as honest and as on point as possible. As honest and as on point as possible. And no matter what you come up against, whether it be encouraging or discouraging, always stay calm and keep relaxed, and try to speak in a neutral tone as you seek to connect with another party, maybe a friend or a family member. So I hope you find this one helpful today. Another idea to apply as we seek to be assertive in our relationships. We need to keep our communication clear, concise and consistent. I'm going to end there, and I look forward to sharing more with you on this subject in the coming days. So thanks for tuning in again, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bless you guys.